What's up, guys? A lot of y'all been asking about the axle that I put in the golf cart. I actually did a review video on that axle when I bought the axle, but for some reason I never uploaded it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload that video. That way y'all can see what I liked and disliked it about it and whether or not it's going to be a good thing for your all's build. So without further ado, here you go. Today on Trucks and Junk, we're going to be reviewing the 44-inch live axle from Amazon. The link is in the description down below. Don't forget to check it out. Disclaimer: this product manufacturer that we're getting ready to review has not paid me in any way. This is an unbiased review, and this was purchased with my own money. Without further ado, let's go ahead and tear into this package and see what we got. Alright, so as you can tell, the package is kind of damaged. Good thing this ain't an Amazon shipping review, huh? But anyway, let's see what we got in here. Always cut away from yourself. Alright. Looks like we got a pretty nice axle here. So far, so good. Very hefty. Very nice axle. I mean, it's got textured surface, grooved ends, threaded ends to be able to screw on the hubs. Got a hole drilled in it for be able to put a Carter pin in on your lock nut. Don't really like that too much. The hubs are fixed to the axle. They're welded in there. They're not adjustable. That could be a problem when it comes to doing certain things, but I guess if you're building your own project, that ain't very much of a problem because you always line your motor up to it, to your chain sprocket, and roll on. But if you've already got a project, the motor's already mounted, and you're trying to put a live axle on it, that might become an issue. But all in all, it's hefty, it's heavy, feels solid. I mean, it should. It's an axle, so it's pretty nice. Let's see what else we got here. We got some hubs. Don't really know what the lug pattern is on them because they didn't have a description in Amazon what the lug pattern was, but here in a little bit we can take out a tape measure and we'll find out what the lug pattern is. But pretty nice hubs. They're splined to fit the axle. Looks like they got raised channels on them to help support them. Pretty good. It's got a lot of spline in it. It's not halfway splined or nothing there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's splined pretty much all the way through, besides maybe 1/8 of an inch there. Not much. Let's see how it fits on the axle. See how much in play we have. Not very much in play there. It's actually pretty good. Pretty impressed. Nice solid build. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Alright, looks like we got 2 pillar blocks. Should fit the axle. See how they go. If I can get them open here. Alright, they seem well made. Very nicely made. Very smooth inside. No jagged edges that I can feel. They have nice plastic grease holders and grease fittings to where you can maintenance them. So they feel pretty smooth. Not very jagged. Like I said, pretty well made. Pretty nice. Let's see how they fit on the axle here. Alright, they seem to slide all the way up to this point, so they have an embossed point for it to sit on the axle. So I guess if you would have some adjustment there, but not a whole lot. You could probably turn it around, get a little bit more adjustment out of it that way. But it's got 2 Allen keys on them to lock them down. So if you needed to maybe move it out a little bit farther and lock them down, you probably could get away with that. So all in all, seems pretty nice. I like it. All right, what else we got in here? All right, got a bunch of broken styrofoam. All right, looks like we've got the chain sprocket and the disc, brake disc. Brake disc looks nice, good quality. It's powder coated in the center, powder coated around the edge, it looks like. Well, it's not powder coated on this side though. So, I mean, I get the idea of powder coating is to prevent rust, but it's not powder coated on both sides. So I guess a man would have to tape off the brake disc area and paint this side to keep that side from rusting, but not sure why they did that. It might just be for picture quality, or they might have had to true this up because it might have had a wobble in it. But it looks pretty true, so I mean, it'll work for the project, right? So, and then we got a chain sprocket. Well, pretty hefty chain sprocket. Now, this chain sprocket is for a 520 chain. So it's a pretty big sprocket. Now, it being a 520 chain sprocket, and it comes with a 520 chain, you would have to either make sure you have a motor that's using a 520 chain sprocket, or you're going to have to get a 520 chain sprocket for your engine to run this axle. I'm not sure if they make a 420 sprocket for this axle. Me personally, I'm going to be making a 420 sprocket for this axle, so I'm not sure if they make one that bolts right up or not. We can find out what the center hub is on this, just in case you need to order one for your axle or your application, but I'm not for sure if they make one. You might contact the manufacturer and find out. I did not do that. So let's get a tape measure real quick. We'll measure that and we'll see what it is. So I'm going to measure this for you real quick, and the measurement on that is 2 1/4 in the center hub. So with 4 bolts. So you might be able to look up 420 2 1/4 center hub sprocket. But like I said, we're going to be making our sprocket for it, so it'll be fine for our application. Next thing that's in the package here will be the chain that comes with it. So if you plan on using the 520 and the chain that comes with it, it seems like a pretty standard chain. It don't have any O-rings in it that the newer flex chains have to bring down the heat, but it don't seem very tight. It seems well made. It's not stretched though. You can pretty much tell it's just a standard chain. So if you're planning on doing a build, then you might want to make sure you definitely leave some space on your engine plate to be able to adjust your motor back and forth to take the stretch out of this chain over time, because it will stretch. But other than that, seems like a pretty nice chain. I mean, it's just a standard stock style chain. It also comes with the hardware. It'll come, so we're gonna try that. It'll come with the hardware to be able to put the hubs on the end. Looks like it comes with the hardware to be able to put the disc and the chain sprocket on there. And it also looks like it comes with the bolts for the hubs. So we'll try out these threads real quick and see how they feel. See how that actually screws in pretty nice. I mean, don't have much wobble in there. I would recommend Loctite, just to keep bolts from backing out, but seem like pretty nice bolts and setup. So, and then it comes with these 2 rubber caps that tie it all off and make it nice on the end. So, all in all, I like it. I mean, it seems to be a pretty solid axle. It's well worth what I paid for it. Like I said, the link is in the description below. Alright, next up, we're going to measure these hubs, find out what they are. So, this here appears to be 4 1/4 is the lug pattern on these. So if you're planning on doing 4 on 4, I wouldn't recommend these hubs, because these are 4 1/4. I know they didn't have that in the description on Amazon, so, but they're 4 1/4. It's not an end game for me though, because I'm using stock wheels on my application, so I'm able to re-drill the wheels to 4 1/4. But yep, that's what they are. They're 4 1/4. So we will be doing another video on this particular product. We'll actually have a few videos on this particular product. One will be the install video. We're going to be putting this in the junkyard golf cart. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, those videos, go check them out. They're pretty nice. And then I'll also be doing a end review on this product after we've used and abused it. So we'll see if it holds up. And like I said, it seems to be a pretty nice, solid setup. I mean, I like that it's got that textured finish to it. So you can really make things like if you wanted to add another hub or add another pillar block for extra support, you can really make that stuff bite in and not move. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and you guys have a great day. See you on the next one.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back.